Hello and welcome. I always find these videos fascinating because at the time that I'm recording them, I don't know who, if anyone, will ever stumble across them and find them. And I love that. That's like my favorite part of this whole thing. I really don't promote my videos because I am a web designer and I understand how man-made algorithms work, but it's just really fun and curious to see how what I believe is magic algorithms work, right? So, interesting point. I heard from another channeler how we all have two spirit guides and we all have one guardian angel for life, and then we also have our own dragon and our own unicorn. And all week I was wondering what's happened to my unicorn. I had this sitting on the table so that I would draw my own unicorn card. Those aren't my cards. I love them. And then yesterday I did finally draw my chariot, which is the unicorn. And then same day, I heard another channeler talking about how we all have our own unicorn, which I had come to believe anyway. So that was really cool. And then, I also heard a channeler talking about how once you join a channeler's community, your spirit guides join that spirit guide, my spirit guides, in other words, and they kind of work together. And I think it works whether you subscribe or not, right? Just the fact that you're here. Your spirit guides knew that you would be here, and ergo, they've helped with the messaging, and they made sure that the messaging was there for you. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not to mention, we're all in a universal consciousness, even in our sleep. When we're dreaming in the earth realm, we're literally experiencing all the consciousness of everyone around us. So, everything is so much more than we ever knew, guys. And it's in a good way, and it's exciting, and it just, I love that I have a unicorn. I knew it. I knew it. I obsess over unicorns. I love unicorns. First time I drew the Magic of Unicorn card, oh, it was magical. I got the 44. Anyway, I'm just not going to talk any more about unicorns. Let's get started with the reading. See what our spirit guides are telling us. Stillness, be the cactus. I'm not surprised I conjured that feeling with heavy on the table there. But yeah, right now, the best way to really tap into your third eye is with stillness. And see, what's great about, like, let's say you do listen to a bunch of channelers and they're helping you access your spirit guide information until the time that you can do it yourself, right? And then, and maybe you already can, but and then you're at that stage kind of where I am, where it's also fascinating to see how many repeats you hear of what you just yourself downloaded in your own head, just like I was just explaining. So stillness is one route to get there. I used to have more complicated ways of getting there, and I realized it's very, very, very simple. Silence, stillness, without going to sleep. Just focus on your third eye, press on your forehead, between your two eyes if you need to, release that DMT, whatever you need to do. Breathe, right? Yoga had all the right ideas. And that's how you can find your own spirit guides, and you can tap into them if you haven't. And if you have, like I said, isn't it great when so many messages get validated? And the more and more it starts to happen, the more magical you understand the universe to be. That's all I can say about it. And once I got there, I became somebody who really couldn't just have regular conversations anymore. I just know there's so much magic. So I'm a messenger first, and I got into art later as a way to simplify the messaging. I'm somebody who's been having downloads for so long that are quite elaborate. All the plans about changing the planet and the universe through awakening. It was too much. Every time I tried to write down things I'd already downloaded, new downloads came, and then new downloads came, and then new downloads came, and I just couldn't keep up with it, and it was overwhelming. And I had things in a million different formats written, conversations with people, our hammock conversations. Like, there was just so many ways I was getting the downloads, and it was impossible to keep up. So when I manifested this art last December, this has become a way to find a more concise way to share messages with people who are interested in the messages. And this message is that if you're here, and well, really everyone, we are all so magnificent. I mean, this is what I love about the desert, is this amazing sunset and just the strength of the desert. It is so powerful. And just always, I always like things that remind me how important like the little earthly human matters that consume us really are, right? And so that's what the desert is to me. And we are all part of that magnificence. We're all a microcosm of everything else. We're all just everything else, right? So when we see beauty in nature, but we can't find beauty in ourselves, we're missing the point. We're all magnificent. It's so weird because when you love yourself too much, it annoys other people, especially other people that don't love themselves. And I just find it's easier to be by myself than to be around people that don't want me to love myself, because I do love myself. I know that me and you and everyone else, we're all part of this big end game together, and it's really very exciting. And we love each other completely on the other side, regardless of what weird ass roles we chose on this planet, right? And I think a lot of us have even woken up from our weird roles and become better versions of ourselves in this lifetime. Like, you don't have to die to become the best version of yourself. Like, even if you selected, like, I'm going to be the greatest disruptor of all time, you can still be the best version of yourself at the final hour. And I hope that's what we're all doing. And I do believe, like, all the fears can be let go of, because we're already in the tribulations. If you want to go biblically, like Revelation's fear, we're already there. All the bad stuff is already happening. It's the good stuff that's next to come. Believe, look at the stars. We have these meteorite showers right now. There's things happening all around with the earth. And remember, the earth is a microcosm of us. If she's awakening, it's because we are awakening. Don't look at it as a negative. Look at everything that is happening as steps toward the better world that is to come, that we've all planned out together, and that we are all manifesting day by day. My little devil card. This is my first time trying to draw something creepy. But it doesn't matter. I love all of my own creations, which also I think is kind of exactly how Mother Earth is, right? She loves every one of us. We're all safe. We don't have to worry. Everything that's happening is happening according to plan. The devil may jump in and cause distractions and disruptions and keep us from our soul journey. They may keep us from loving ourselves. They may keep us from believing in the positive outcome of the future. But at the end of the day, the devil never wins. The devil doesn't win. The devil's number 15. There's 21 cards on the deck of tarot, which is the game of life. It's just a step along the way. The stars are number 17, and 21 is the world. 21 is probably my most commonly drawn card. So significant right now, because I do believe we're going to all have the world, and it goes way beyond this earth, right? I used to say when I was a kid, well, I don't believe in God of just this earth. Like, I believe in whoever made everything, right? Everything. That's the one. And people thought I was cuckoo. That's the thing about being too aware, right? If you're born remembering, it's just remembering. If you're somehow able to get the downloads, you can kind of seem like a little bit of a freak, right? Like, why aren't you just going along with what we're telling you to believe? And I never did. So I guess that's why I'm the messenger, right? Because I've just doubted everything from the word go. It's just so many things that didn't make sense. Now I'm finding out, yeah, because it's part of the lies and the deception. Becoming aware is the least that we can do right now to help save this planet. And that's really all we have to do. When we have that awareness, we can't be lied to. We can't be tricked. We can't be abused. We can't be nothing. Nothing can be taken from us. When we are fearless, when we know our power, when we have our third eye. Is it an exciting year? Yes. Does it have to hurt us? No. Can we cast positive spells around our home to protect our home and everything within it? Yes. Can we pray to our guardian angels to make sure our loved ones are safe every time they get into their car or leave the house? Yes. We can do all of those things. That's why we have guardian angels. So that during times like the fire horse, times when things might be very scary, if we were full of fear, if we did believe this was more than a really advanced hologram, right? It would be terrifying, right? But instead, what we know instead is that we have our own unicorn, we have our own dragon, we have a guardian angel, a full-time person looking out for us. We have two spirit guides, and on top of that, folks, we have loved ones who have passed to the other side. And, we have a million other versions of ourselves out there, like, living large in the higher dimensions. So, fear can be, bye-bye, a thing of the past. We don't need it anymore. Oh, and by the way, this is my Jericho Rose when she's dead. But have no fear, she always comes back to life, as do we. There is never a reason to fear literal death, and there's also no reason to fear an internal death and rebirth. Becoming a new person is scary. Why? Some people don't understand us anymore. We lose people, but we also gain people. But what we really gain is self-love and self-respect. And until we become our authentic self and let ourselves kill off versions of ourselves that don't matter anymore, versions of ourselves that were trying to have friends, or trying to be popular, or trying to be liked, or trying to fit in, or even trying to stand out for being unique, but whatever act we were putting on, or whatever mask that we were wearing, when we take that mask off, that is when we are at our highest frequency. And the easiest way to do it is to tap into what you did as a child and just run with that. Do it as often as you can. Why? Because as children, we didn't mask. We didn't know yet that we were going to get made fun of for every stupid thing that we did. We didn't know that we were going to be a total know-it-all and everybody would hate us, right? We didn't know that. Like, we didn't know what we knew versus what others didn't know. And maybe you were bullied in a different way. Whatever way that it was, we didn't know when we were little. We were just happy to explore and to learn about the world. Let go of all the fear. If there's nothing else that comes from listening to this video, and hopefully subscribing to my channel and sharing and liking, hopefully you can learn to love yourself and let go of the fear. Be your real self. That's all we have to do. That's all we have to do is save the planet. I was trying to write a 10,000 page book, a whole manual on what we could do step by step by step. But really it's this simple stuff. Opening our own third eye keeps us safe. Using our guardian angels who are here in the first place, just waiting to be asked to help, is simple. And yet it keeps us safe on this weird earthly hologram experiment that we're in. We have so much power, and I just only wish everyone knew it. We have so much power. Fear of credit cards, fear of being taken from our home, fear of being taken from our land. These are real, true fears on earth. But what if everybody was like, nah, you're not taking a home from anybody? Who's taking the home? And for whom and why? Why, right? Let's just give homes, like Oprah style. Here's a home for you. Here's a home for you. Nobody should be without a home. We have the resources. We have the power. We're just waking up into it. We're going to find out that we have access to free energy. We're going to find out that we can heal with frequency healing and with light beds. We're going to find out so many things, and it's all part of the era of disclosure, my friends, and it is amazing. So if you're one of those people that's going, la, 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 I don't want to know, knowing is important. Knowing is leading to all of this. Knowing is what's getting us there. Disclosure and knowledge is what is getting us there. Plugging your ears, shutting your eyes, and screaming for help is not going to get us to an awakened state. It really isn't. Like, being aware is the answer right now. And being aware of your own power. Oh, my least favorite card. I'm always missing something with this one. I just... the bird combo woman thing, I don't know. I know I am connected to these crows, though. And I know that it was intuitive research that led me here, that led you here, right? Your algorithms are all leading you here. And it's because we're all connected, and your spirit guides know when these messages pertain to you, and they showcase what you need to see. So I'm going to quit hating on that. I mean, I like it. It's just, I didn't like that I drew the line to make it more obvious. But I can always fix it. And that's the beauty of painting and being a human who can metamorphosize, I'm probably saying that wrong, over and over and over and over and over again. You can keep becoming a better and different person, even if it means leaving people behind who aren't ready to share in that movement. Go explore. Chase each adventure with childlike wonder, whether it means painting a bunch of silly things, printing them into cards, playing with the cards all day, because that's what you did as a child. Fine. Do whatever it is that makes you happy, that brings you joy. Let's not be all focused on bills and this and that. Every day we worry about survival, and yet every day we survive. We always manage to take care of ourselves because it's our entitlement, really, for being alive. On no other planet would very few other planets do they make you work to survive like this one. I've been told repeatedly this is the most difficult planet. We chose it because we wanted a tough video game experience. We're not people that, want to play a video game where you're just helping move a rocking chair back and forth and crochet, right? Like, we're people that got into it and we're like, oh, we're going to believe that it's impossible to survive, even though it's not impossible for us to survive because we are so powerful, right? So that's what it's all about. I hope this message resonates. If it does, please leave a comment, like, share, whatever it is you need to do. For me, it doesn't matter who sees it because I know that the people that need to see it are going to see it. And I really just am fascinated by the low numbers, to be honest. Like, I find it so amazing that you found this without any effort whatsoever for me to find you. So it's kind of fascinating, and I've learned so much by kind of stumbling through positive messages like this through other channelers on YouTube. And I recommend it. I just think as soon as something becomes negative, bounce. If it's negative, it's not what you want. So bounce. Those aren't for you. Thank you, my loved ones. You are amazing. Go out there and be magnificent and marvelous, and use your guardian angels whenever you need to, and your spirit guides. That's what they're here for. You have 5 full-time things just waiting to help you, just on standby right now. So whatever you need, dream bigger. Ask for it. Love you.